Who you want to play with?
Bronny is number one on my fucking list.
That's dope.
He's number one on my list that I want to play with for sure.
You want him to beat you?
You think?
Nah, he can't beat me.
Hey, Bronny.
Nah.
Beat your daddy, man.
Not too long ago, I said, I asked him, I said, what you want to do with this? Like you want to get to the pros? What you want to do? He's like, yeah. I said, why? He said, because I want to make a name for myself. And when I heard that, I was like...
That's more motivating than money.
Yeah.
I was like...
Legendary. That's the bigger motivator than money.
What you gonna say to that?
Nothing.
I said, well, let's fucking get it.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Say no, that's all I need to hear.
What he's saying to you in your face is, I appreciate what you did.
But back the fuck up.
I want to be me.
Yeah, and I love it. By the way, he changed his name to Bronny. I didn't. He changed his name to Bronny.
LeBron James Jr.
Yeah.
You made him a junior.
Yeah, I made him a junior.
He Bronny though.
But he Bronny. And he Bronny to the world. He Bronny to the world, you know?
Breaking news into First Take. Bronny James, the eldest son of Los Angeles Lakers star LeBron James, suffered a cardiac arrest Monday and is in stable condition.
Death, when I heard the news, checked with some people. They said he's okay. Obviously, before I saw the family statement, they were saying he's okay and he's doing better. Anybody associated with the world of sports, specifically the basketball community, remembers what happened with Hank Gathers on a basketball court in March of 1990. They remember what reportedly happened to Reggie Lewis, formerly of the Boston Celtics, in 1993. And when you hear that, it scares you to death.
Yo, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today let's talk about Bronny James. Now, Bronny James, as we all know, committed to USC and just now suffered a cardiac arrest during a practice with the team. Prayers for Bronny, and I hope he recovers from the setback. But many people are really worried about how he will come back from this type of issue. And another NBA legend whose son went through this was Shareef O'Neal. Because after his opening season with UCLA, and his situation was much worse because he actually needed open heart surgery to fix the issue he was having. Now hopefully this was just a minor cardiac arrest and Bronny will recover and have a great season with USC. But if this was an actual underlying heart issue that Bronny never actually checked up, then we may not actually see him in the NBA because we've seen players like LaMarcus Aldridge and others who, if you have a heart issue, it's really, really hard for the NBA to actually give you a spot on the floor. Because cardiac arrests are not something to be played around with when you're playing sports. Back in 1993, there was a player by the name of Reggie Lewis. If you're a Boston fan, you probably heard of him because he was a star in the making. And he would suffer cardiac arrest during a practice just like Bronny. But the sad news was he died.
So in a manner of speaking, the Boston Celtics lost one Sunday. Reggie Lewis is out of the playoffs after a panel of doctors found, quote, cardiac abnormalities had contributed to his fainting during the playoff opener on Thursday. Lewis slowly collapsed to the court at Boston Garden in a scene chillingly similar to the tragedy that took the life of Hank Gathers at Loyola Marymount 3 years ago. But he quickly came to, and doctors say it will be several weeks before they know how serious Lewis's heart problem is and whether or not it threatens his career or his life.
So as we all know, this type of situation, you have to be really careful because we're dealing with the most vital part of our human body, the heart. If your heart is not right, you should not be playing sports because the risk is too high. And I think for Bronny, seeing that if this issue does persist, and let's just say this heart issue is actually an underlying condition, then Bronny has to make the decision to walk away from basketball. I know it's hard, but even if LeBron dreamed of playing with his son, you can't put his life at risk just for the game of basketball. Most news outlets were saying that it was a minor cardiac arrest and that he should recover just fine. But I hope it's nothing major and that he recovers to the fullest, actually gets to push for the dream he's always wanted, and that is to make the NBA. But yeah, hopefully it works out for Bronny and for LeBron because this news was probably devastating for their whole family because he just probably started practicing with the USC team, and something like this happening to you at a practice for the first time can really mess up your confidence as a player. Now he's also going to go through many different precautions as a player because when someone suffers a cardiac arrest, you don't play around at all. So yeah, I hope you liked the video and my take on the situation, and hopefully Bronny does become a star at USC and he gets drafted next year. because I know everyone wants to see LeBron playing with Bronny side by side on an NBA team, because that would be a pretty special moment and something he can add to his legacy. But right now, all that matters is that Bronny recovers and becomes the player he was meant to be. So yeah, I hope you liked the video, and if you got any ideas for what you want next, let me know. And yeah, peace.